Well, that's some pixelation. I think the transporter buffer's a bit overloaded. Let me fix that.
Go. Yep.
Oh, you're back. All right, fixed. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Whiskey Track episode 12 of season 1. Tonight's episode will be Shipyard Tour. So the idea is similar to our character ones. We're going to show some ships of the line and the bridges, and we'll talk about them, and we can pair a whiskey if we feel like pairing a whiskey. I know that's not the easiest thing to pair a ship with a dram, but I think there is a couple that I was looking at going, yeah, I could pair that one easily. So who have we got in the watching across the Federation?
Ben.
Hiki, welcome. First time here. Love it. Nice.
Yep.
Ben.
Welcome.
Yep. Welcome. QF in space. In space. Oh, yeah. Shoot kitty. Meow. Noise. So we'll give it a few minutes to see if other people will turn up. And yeah, so this is a wedge episode because last week pretty much everyone was on leave on Riser. This week we're on a bit of a skeleton crew. Next week is our Oktoberfest stream, so this is a wedgie episode in the middle.
Yeah.
And then yeah, we'll decide what we're going to do for the following one in a couple of weeks. We've got a few ideas that we can instigate.
We'll see if any of the crew joins us. We know that our chief science officer is apparently trapped in a holodeck on Riser.
Yep. She's in a nice camping simulation climbing, so that'll be fun.
And everybody else, actually, take that back. And our first officer was having some personal downtime.
Yeah, he's on leave as well. And then
and everyone else is just MIA. Or AWOL.
Yep, he's on leave. I mean, our chief medical officer, he's meant to be here, but he's AWOL again. I think I'm going to have to have
always AWOL.
a word with somebody.
We're just hiding under the beds and sick bay and drinks Romulan ale all the time.
Yeah, I think so. So on Whiskey Track News, the news series of Discovery is coming out soon. Currently, the latest season of Lower Decks is airing. Have you guys watched any of the new Lower Decks?
I haven't. I've seen some of the
I watched a couple of the second season of Lower Decks. I haven't seen all of them yet.
Yep.
It's not bad. I mean, they treat the source material with more reverence than the Discovery writers do, at least, and at least they know Star Trek a little bit.
Yep. I agree. I mean, yeah. I mean, it makes me cringe every time I watch it, but if I can get past that, it's all right. I mean, the amount of memory berries that they throw at you is unbelievable. But
yeah,
it's good that when they throw the memory berries, like, oh yeah, that's real Trek. I think I want to go watch that after I watch this now.
Yeah, exactly.
So at least it does that, I suppose. I don't know whether it's going to do that for other people, but yeah, it does it for me. Got to have those member berries. All right, should we kick it off with the first ship?
I guess.
May as well.
Yeah. May as well. So as I said in the description, 514-year Dusty Bowmore torpedoes. Yep.
Nah.
Oh, Mike's.
Yeah. Our new ensign is joining us.
Our red shirt.
Running late, as usual.
Yeah, running late.
All right, we'll wait.
You'll have to go clean the freaking engine.
What's
the horrible job we can give you? Yeah.
Like cleaning the warm plasma ducts, or
yeah, we'll just stick him in the
red shirt. Which stupid red shirt are you referring to?
Yeah. Which red shirt are you referring to? Make sure my chat thing there, it's still working. All right.
Gonna not be me, pal.
On screen. Yeah. Well, that didn't work, did it?
Mm.
Oh, there it is.
Technical difficulty.
There it is, yeah.
Okay,
And
I
I
thought
can
we were
make
waiting for
the
the
big
Anthony,
one
but
as
I guess
well.
not.
Constitution glass,
Always
Yep.
a favorite.
the original.
The original.
And you know it.
Don't let anyone about to jump on.
It's so 60s.
Computer transfer 4.
Link established. Transfer complete.
Well, there he is.
There he is.
Yeah, maybe
Finally.
we'll randomly boot him halfway through the episode just to make you happy, Ben.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we
Yeah,
got
we can hear you.
So, our first ship, the original, the
So
classic,
very well.
the one and only Enterprise. No bloody A, no bloody C, no bloody B.
Bloody A, B, C, or D.
Exactly.
Yep. And no refit either. This is the original. The one that started it all.
Yeah.
No,
that-
I mean, what can you say about this thing? Other than it's
that and it's
Always a favorite.
so 1960s. I mean, the color scheme, the whole vision of the future. Just
Yep.
This is why I didn't jump on my Mac.
Well, I thought I'd fix that because it's actually meant to be. Maybe it's the codec.
Well,
Yeah.
it's weird. I didn't have it on Ben's stream the other night, so
No,
Yeah,
I
no, it was
thought I
fine.
fixed that, but
yeah.
maybe
Yeah, it was fine yesterday.
It was fine yesterday. Yeah,
Oh, it was. Oh,
it was fine. But that's right. It could be some parameter. I'll have to do a full, complete diagnostic on that one. Chief, get onto that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just so 1960s. It's great. It's kind of campy, you know, the whole color scheme with all those pastel colors. It's bright. I mean, that's pretty much all you can say about it. I mean, it's the OG bridge, right? The OG starship.
Exactly. And yeah, if we're going to talk bridge, computer, next.
Affirmative.
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
Yep. I mean, it's so iconic.
Ooh.
It's so classic. There is nothing that you can say that, you know, takes it away from what it is. It's the thing that started the whole thing. You know, a lot of people say it's dated and stuff. It's like, nah, you're just a heathen. So if you were going to pair it with a whiskey, what would you pair it with? I mean, I haven't even thought about it. What the hell would you pair with that? I mean, it's got to be something classic. I think I'd even go something like just a Glenlivet 12. You know, it's been around for forever. It's a classic malt. You know, the old bottling, not the new labels, by the way.
Yeah, or a
Like
Finnick
the old
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, old bottling.
Maybe even a Macallan classic cut or something like that.
I like the
Yeah.
Glenallachie labels. I think they have that like classic look to them.
The Glenallachie?
Is it Glenallachie that I'm thinking of? What's the one
I
that
was
has
thinking
like the
Craigallachie. No, you're
Craigallachie? You're right.
Craigallachie,
Craigallachie. Right,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
was-
Glenallachie looks like it came from the Flintstones.
Well, nothing more classic than the Flintstones.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Well, since we seem to have Scott covered it, and at least in my mind, you know, if you're picking something for this ship, you want to pick something that's going to be, you know, one of those old school, long time whiskeys. I was thinking like Napoleon Castle, something that's been around for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, even with it being the 60s, just get out your bottle of Canadian Club, and there you go.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, no, that's it. I mean, it's a super iconic ship. I mean, I was saying earlier before we started the stream, I do have like 200 models of the ships, and I do have a few variations of the Enterprise, but they're all packed away in boxes, so Unfortunately, I can't. But, so in a future episode, when I'll have them all out, I'll cover the whole table with ships, which would be awesome. Wild Turkey 101, Sugar Kitty reckons. That's true. That's a classic all round.
Yeah.
Yep.
I almost bought a new bottle of that the other day.
Why didn't you?
What haven't you bought a new bottle of stuff?
I bought a bottle of Old Tub instead.
Okay.
That's true. Well, Old Tub is a good name. I mean, the ship was the Old Tub, so.
Yeah. What would you call an old tub, pal?
Yeah, I was thinking, but the chief engineer might not like it being called an Old Tub.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't you think you must be
Computer, next.
rewording that, laddie?
Affirmative.
Oh yeah, the refit Enterprise. Yeah.
So refit / TMP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meh. It was okay. Externally, it was okay. The bridge is a whole different discussion.
Yeah. So
That's
computer,
right.
next. Computer, next.
Affirmative.
Welcome to the doctor's office.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it's a beige doctor's office, and those uniforms.
Yeah.
I mean, holy cow!
Oh my
uniforms
god,
were
those
bad.
uniforms were disgusting. They were so bad.
And what
Yeah.
the hell is that black
Yeah.
box that they all have on the front? Like, it's just
Well, that
weird.
was actually meant to be. That was actually meant to be like a survival kit that had a life support kit, but it was never fleshed out in the movie or even in the show. So it was
Okay,
It's their own
it's like-
personal
added
voice
in.
note
It was meant to
generator.
be like a life support.
That was a
Yeah.
lot of
Haven't you
beige.
Haven't you seen the animated series? It's their own personal force field generator.
force field generator.
Yeah, if you're watching the animated
Yeah, it
series,
was like a life
they
support.
would have a little box that they would put like clip to their waist, and it would put a force field around them. I don't remember
Okay.
why they used it, but they did.
Yeah, that whole color scheme just screams late 70s, early 80s. It's terrible, and that's really dated. Like,
Oh yeah, and as Shiggy said, the uniforms at the time made news for how bad they were. I mean, they weren't even good back then.
yeah,
Yeah,
ugh.
yeah. No, the whole aesthetic
That weird,
was,
you
a very.
green dome in the middle.
yeah.
Yeah,
version
I
of
mean, I don't
hell
like the. I don't mind the design. The color scheme just. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
Design-
that's fucking Basil Hayden.
yeah. It would have to be something boring and awful.
Yeah, just something.
Definitely.
Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
Just plain boring. Yep.
Well,
just
Johnny
nothing
Walker red label is disgusting. Black label is plain.
Oh
and
yeah, it's doing
boring
roller
and-
skates.
Yeah, Black Label's boring.
Yeah,
Yep. It does. Very much so.
yeah.
Right,
It's
so there's the,
it's Crown Royal. That's what it is.
There you go.
It's just boring
Yep.
and bad.
Yep. I do like the ship though. I mean, the ship wasn't too bad design wise with the sweat back. The
No, I-
celestines and how they.
Yeah,
Yeah.
externally it's fine. It's a nice, modern, updated tweak. But you get inside and go, ugh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
what the
So
hell?
externally, it actually looked quite nice.
I mean even
I mean,
the
I did like-
corridors with all that
Yes,
like
double grey. And,
all that
yeah.
gray and silver shit. I mean, it looked like a men's room.
And the less said about the transporters, the better.
Yeah.
yeah,
enough.
we won't worry
Ooh.
about that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just yeah. All right, computer next. It's got something a bit better. Computer next.
Affirmative.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, it didn't really change that much from the. So is this the A?
I don't know. All I saw was a blue spot.
Eh. I mean, it didn't change the
Oh.
spot.
Do you get it? There was just
Smartass.
blue spot.
Yeah.
On the deflector dish.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Enterprise A.
Yeah, and I mean it's iconic, right?
I mean,
it
externally,
is.
it's pretty similar to the last one. You know, the refit. Maybe they toned down the shininess a little bit because I know in TMP the thing was kind of shiny.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
tone that
super
down a
shiny. It
little
was
bit
chromed.
for more of a matte.
I mean, that was just chromed to the nth degree, which did look pretty specky, but yeah, it wasn't really keeping with the aesthetic.
Starship porn.
That's true.
Men's room in a tin diner.
Men's room in a tin diner. There you go.
Blue spot
Yeah.
shot. That's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's my
And-
favorite bridge design. Love it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean,
Clean.
I do like it as well.
Yeah, I always
Clean,
like that one.
functional. No carpeting on the floor, because it always baffled me as to why they put carpeting on some of the Star Trek bridges. I mean, if you're going to go into battle and have blood and whatever else, why the hell do you want carpeting or something that can burn? Like, this
Then
never
who
made
wants
sense
to
to me.
have to clean that carpet?
Apparently,
Awesome.
I wouldn't. Like,
Nope.
yeah, that's totally my favorite bridge design.
And so, for what it's worth, we did miss a bridge because even though they didn't change the original Enterprise externally after they refit it, they did change the bridge between the motion
Ooh.
picture and Star Trek 2.
That's true. It
Yes,
got a little less beige and a
And
little
that looked
more
a lot
tan.
better.
That picture,
Yeah,
I feel like I'm
look-
teaching a class.
That's always been one of my favorites because they got rid of that whole sterile medical thing that was going on.
Yeah.
No, I
No,
like this design from Star Trek 6 because every console has a purpose. There's no
Yeah.
wasted space. It's clean. Yeah, and I just love the overall aesthetic of the interface as well. I think it's probably one of the best they've come up with.
Yep. Well, what would you think that what would you pair with the bridge?
I'd say Ardbeg 10, just because, like the bridge, it's doesn't waste anything, doesn't wow you, but it's efficient. It gets the job done. It's good, and yeah, that's what I would pair with it. Just
Okay.
absolute classic, and yeah.
I was thinking something like a Loch Lomond, just a straight Loch Lomond 12 or a 15. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
yeah,
something that just
Well
gets the
done.
job done and well balanced.
gets the job done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sugar Kitty.
Yeah, Bunnahabhain 12.
Yeah, that would be a good one too.
Well,
Start
Yep.
stacking you actually
Good
shocking all the crew periodically. Son of a bitch.
Especially in the
Can you imagine
uniforms.
Can you imagine the captain walks across the bridge to his chair and he touches the armors of the chair and gets shocked? Fuck.
Yeah,
Yep, every single time.
and I
Yeah,
have to say that the uniforms too, like from Star Trek 2 to Star Trek 6, are probably my favorite uniforms as well.
Ooh,
The
Daniel Scott
Marine
coming in hot.
uniforms are always good.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, they had that military kind of aesthetic going with them, and they look smart.
yeah,
Oh.
absolutely.
And we have dissenting opinions from Northern Ireland.
You could compare them to any McKellen just bottles of meh. Well, we did that with the other bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
that's
did.
what I was thinking that. I mean, I almost stopped McCallum for this
Like
one because, for all McCallum's flaws,
Well, McAllen used to be epic, and then
it's not epic, but it's a straightforward, workman-like pour it. It is what it is. There's no frills.
Yep.
At least if you're talking
And the new distillery is pretty fancy if you look at it from the outside.
Lower level one, not all the
That's
crazy
true.
shit they do.
The new distillery is pretty fancy.
Yep.
So, Shig Kitty reckons for bourbon, original Knob Creek, and for Scotch, classic lady. That's a
Yeah, I was thinking about classic
Yeah.
quality, but I was going to have 12 instead.
Yeah.
I would never have gone Bunnahabhain 12.
why.
Yeah, you
I'm just talking shit to Jim.
did.
Just kidding,
About to go
Jim.
into,
I love Bunnahabhain 12, actually.
Whoops. Wrong
We
one.
already saw that one.
Yeah, we did. Looks like the transfer buffer is broken.
Technical difficulties. What? Oh, is that the
That's,
Kelvin?
Kelvin.
Jennifer-
Yeah.
Kelvin
Yeah.
timeline. Yeah.
I like it. It's not my favorite.
It's okay.
Put that up there again. Let me see that
It's-
thing.
You can see
Yeah,
what they were
so-
going for, and clearly they
Yeah,
were trying to
that's
take
what
that
I'm making
that classic design and modernize it. And
Yep.
they OD'd on the stylization a little bit. I think.
Yeah,
Lots
I
of
think
I
so,
agree.
too.
Lots-
Well, I just
I'm
think
not
there's
a
more
fan of
detail,
that.
right? There's just more detail.
There is more detail. I get it. I mean, it's not bad.
I'm not disagreeing with that.
Could have been way worse.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I agree. I just
Yeah.
don't like the front and then the cells where they're just those big boulders things. That kind of just bugs me. Other than that, yeah. I mean, the neck of it where the saucer section goes onto the body is a bit. It's too far set back, and things like that. But
Yeah, it
I
seems pretty
understand
far
what they're
back.
going for.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
funny.
I
That's
understand what
funny.
they're
I just noticed that.
But
that
the
saucer-
engines
saucer's
look good.
definitely a little too far back. It's almost touching themselves.
Yeah, that was a lot of people that when this came out, they were talking about it. They were saying, yeah, it was too far back and it was too wide. And a few
What's
bits
that
and
back?
bobs.
What's the back part called that looks like the engines, but maybe isn't? Are those the engines?
on the back of the warp nacelles?
Is that what they're called? The sails? Okay.
warp nacelles. NACELLES.
Oh, cells.
Yeah.
Okay. It's hard to tell with the Australian accent, Jim. You know what I'm talking about. Just kidding.
G'day, DC. Yeah, there you go.
DC, welcome.
Nacelles.
Hey, DC. I do like the
Yeah, welcome.
detail on those cells, though. They look pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had some nice detail on the warp nacelle, but I do have the model of the 2009. I think it was one of the extra big ones, but it is stuck in a box.
Hang on.
When you look at the model, it's actually not too bad, but yeah, I think they just went a bit
Hang on a second.
overboard with it.
Okay,
Oh, there we go.
let me turn off the snap cam filter for just a second.
Okay.
Highlight 2.
Accessing.
This is my Blu-ray case model.
Oh, that's sick.
Cool.
I've shown this before, and this actually looks a little bit better than it did in the film because there's a little bit more. It doesn't seem like the nacelles are trying to ram into the back of the saucer. They
Okay.
set
Yep,
it down
yep.
and a little bit further forward, not a ton.
Yep.
Other naturally real grief I ever had with it was the fact that someone OD'd on the side. Like you got all these weird cuts, and this is all like
Yeah.
I think they were going for aerodynamics, but I think they went a little too far.
Yeah, like the front of the nacelles are too fat, and then they're too
Yeah,
long, and then they go real thin at the back, and yeah.
And
They've
do
got those weird
aerodynamics
coating and
really
stuff on it.
matter in space?
In space,
Yeah.
Got nothing to do with that. Yeah, that's
Not
for
at all.
do they? I don't think so.
Sure. Nope. Only in
makes it-
atmospheres.
Makes it go faster
Yeah,
somehow.
Yeah.
somehow. Well, the whole idea of having to, increase speed, like when they would say, "Oh, we need more power," we can't give her any more, Captain. Well, realistically, in space, once you achieve a certain amount of momentum, you just keep going until an outside force intervenes and changes. So you don't need more power unless you want to go faster.
That was the one thing that always bothered me about what's the show that's on Amazon Prime now? The Expanse. Was they're like, oh, we're almost out of fuel, and I'm like, why are you still burning your rockets, man? Once you're going, you're going. There's no drag to slow you down. Unless you're accelerating, you shouldn't be running out of fuel.
Yeah, or unless you encounter gravity or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Or you're trying to accelerate.
Good call. That's funny. I never thought about that, Sugar Kitty. If I take the nacelle off,
That's a good point.
what does that look like to you?
That's true.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
It does.
Dun, dun, dun.
I've actually got a model of the Doomsday Machine, which is the giant worm.
Yep.
Yep, I agree. It looks like somebody stepped on it and never unsquashed it. That is very true. So
I never thought about that.
overall,
Great.
Now I will
Yeah,
say,
I mean-
warp drive technology might require, fuel the entire time, or power the entire time, because you have to.
Yeah, it's called
to maintain war.
Yeah, to maintain the warp.
Yeah. That is true. That is true.
But usually those aren't in the nacelles.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was never
Oh,
a huge fan of this bridge. It
It looks like it looks like a fucking iStore or Apple store.
It is an
Yeah,
Apple. It is an
that's
Apple
the
store,
problem I
and
have with it.
this bridge reminds me of. If I had to walk in there, I'd be terrified because it looks like the place is just made of glass and something is just and a cascade of just everything disintegrating into a million pieces.
Yeah,
Like
like
just structurally
What
and
are they-
physically looks like it's about to fall to pieces.
One of the things about that bridge that's always really ground my gears, so to speak, and I get why they did it from an aesthetic point of view. Why the fuck do they have an accelerator handle? That was the
Oh yeah,
biggest thing I've ever seen.
yeah,
What was that?
That does feel way better, though. You have to admit.
yeah,
When you have got that airplane throttle, it sure feels a lot
Yeah,
better
except
when you
That's
accelerate.
never been a thing in Star Trek. You hit the button, the ship does its thing. You don't crank a handle. I don't disagree with you, Mike.
seatbelts. And seatbelts.
well, the seatbelts make sense, fine, but like you said, the glass everywhere. It's like you go into combat and then things go boom, and what do you think's going to happen to all that glass?
Yeah, the
Oh,
first time your shields take a hit, like you're losing window 3 and 4 in the back there.
Well,
Yeah.
and it's a casualty generator.
Yeah.
You may as well just call the bridge the abattoir and be done with it.
Yes, the replicator could
could.
replicate Pappy 23, but it wouldn't be actual 23. It'd just be fake synthahol
Yeah.
wannabe.
All the fingerprints and
Yeah,
smudges
think about
all
how they like the carpet. Who's going to clean that shit?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, can we get the cleaning crew back up to the bridge, please?
Yeah,
Friggin' Spock was just
Bulletproof
leaning
glass.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, bulletproof glass might work for bullets, but it ain't going to work when there's a massive starship getting smashed by torpedows. And
yeah.
Ensign B just sneezed all over the glass. Can we get the cleaning crew up here?
It's not a sneeze guard.
yeah, and can you get rid of that half of those intestines off that
Yeah.
console?
Now,
Yeah.
you take that into consideration with the other bridges that we've looked at.
Yeah, sugar.
It's true.
That is very true.
Sorry, I just
Starship proof glass.
Oh, hey, Tito, by the way. I didn't see you there.
if you take that bridge
Oh, it's not glass, it's
consideration
clear
with the other ones
aluminium.
that we've looked at,
Oh yeah, transparent.
And-
Yeah,
we were complaining about the bridge from the motion picture because it looked like a doctor's office, and now you get to this one and it's way too bright and shiny and Apple Store. So it's like they kind of hit it right in the middle with like the Enterprise A and
Yes.
the refit Enterprise bridge,
Yep.
and here they've gone too far in the other direction from the motion picture. Now it's like, okay, too
And
shiny,
not to
too
mention,
much, too much.
not to
Dial
mention
back.
all the reflections and filming. It was lens flare, stupido. I mean,
Yeah, I will say-
imagine trying to work in there.
Hey,
They just
you
get
know,
blind to all these
I hate to
reflections.
say it, Burben has a point.
It could be
Aluminium.
that bulletproof
Oh.
glass that I saw at the Taco Bell in Compton one time. That stuff was like that thick. I'm like, what are
Brent's
people
not even
doing
on
with
this show when
Taco
he's
Bell?
making the Trek nerds look bad.
Yeah. I doubt it would be transparent.
Well, no. We know they have transparent aluminum because remember Star Trek 4?
I do.
When they went to get
I remember when the whole
Hello,
scene
computer.
Yep. But going crazy on the keyboard and yeah.
How quick?
Yeah, buttered butt cheeks would still leave
I
a
mean,
print.
it's a fair argument that it would be clear aluminum instead of glass because, as we pointed out quite clearly, you don't want all that glass on the bridge. That would be silly.
Oh, it's plastic.
Buttered butt cheeks.
It's just plastic.
I'm pretty sure if you did that, you would be very quickly caught and put in the break.
Yep. Definitely.
There's cameras everywhere, DC.
The whole ship is a camera. All right. So, what whiskey would you pair with this Apple Store Bridge?
Blanton's, all flash and no substance.
Willet pot still. Put a light under the Willet pot still. It looks just like that bridge.
The Scots, just good old bog standard, run of the mill ship is Regal. It's all fancy box and looks all fancy and shit.
Regal.
Yeah, that would do. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yellow Spot? No, I like Yellow Spot.
Yeah,
I had
Yellow
that last
Spot's
night.
delicious.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yellow Spot's good. I like Yellow Spot.
Yellow Spot's one of my favorite
All right.
spots. Ooh.
See, that's better. That's another. That's way better than the previous one.
Doesn't it seem like there's too many windows down on the bottom section there?
Which one is this?
That's one thing they did do with this one. They completely filled it up with lights, which makes sense, kind of, because you never really had.
Oh,
that.
is this Strange New Worlds?
This is Discovery /
Discovery.
Strange.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
this is where
that's-
they do it in the end of season 2 or whatever.
Yeah, that's way better than the one from the Kelvin movies. Absolutely.
Agreed. I agree. Like, even though Discovery's shite, this design was a lot better.
And
And pretty much
it's
all the
Ooh,
diehard
lights on the
fans
nacelles are interesting.
design.
yeah, and it pays homage to the original very well. Too.
They
Correct.
clearly cribbed
Refit.
that from the Next Generation.
No, I like
Yeah,
it.
I mean it looks a lot like the first Enterprise. There's a lot of very recognizable design cues there.
Yep.
And
Yep, exactly.
they didn't try and exaggerate it like the Kelvin one.
No, they just brought it up to date. That's all they did.
Yeah. Yep. No, I totally agree. And yes, I did hear about that a while back.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Jesus Christ, Ben.
Good old technology.
Love that design. I love it.
Mm.
I love that they kept the
I
orange.
don't love it, but I like it.
I mean,
Yeah.
the only beef I have
I like
with
it.
the design is that somebody OD'd on the accent lighting. It's like,
yeah,
now the accent
That
lighting-
is the one thing
A
that
little
drives
bit.
me up the wall.
That's
It's
true.
It's similar to, it's similar to the end of Apple Store. There's just way too much lighting, but the overall aesthetic and design, functionality wise, and everything, it's clean. It does the job.
and they kept the orange from the original series, which is brilliant. They just made it an accent, and I think overall it's a pretty damn good job of updating the 60s aesthetic.
Good question, DC. I
Great.
think it would depend on which Enterprise you're talking about. I want to say on the original Enterprise it was something like 13, maybe. I'd have to look it up.
Yeah, you'd have to look. I mean,
But it's
more from
something like
Alpha is the
13 or
place if you want to
14.
know all that.
Yep.
I was actually going to put some blueprints up, but yeah, it depends on which Enterprise you're talking about. And
Was that a roller skating rink we just had up there?
yeah, pretty much.
All of a sudden I want to go buy some rollerblades and see what I can do in there.
All right, so The Enterprise D had 42 decks, and that's according to StarTrek.com.
How do they know? Just kidding.
I would hope.
You'd hope, yeah.
Bloody better. So the one thing I do like about the aesthetic of that bridge is it's going to be really well when you get the stunt guys actually doing flips and over those consoles and stuff, because they're in the perfect position. You can slam into them and do the old flip.
Yep.
And if you don't flip over, then you snap yourself in half.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything looks sharp.
Yep.
Just saying, how many times did somebody get a bloody knee in there?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're just going to, smash your insides. You get slammed into that.
Yep.
For sure. So, 42 decks, did you say, for Enterprise D?
Yeah, for Enterprise D.
Okay.
Nice.
You know, the funny thing is,
to see how much they actually changed the ship design for Strange New Worlds.
well, the funny thing is, like, somebody designed all this stuff that is back end. It's not even like it's not like that was in the movie, right? Like, they're like, oh, 42 decks in this ship. It's like somebody designed it, planned it, and it didn't even make the video. You know what I mean? Like, it was
true.
According to the Star Trek Encyclopedia, the original
could have been in
Enterprise
books.
had 23 decks.
Okay.
It could have been in the books too, and maybe I just don't read the books.
In both configurations.
Because where would they get that information, right? Like, where would it would have to be decided on somewhere, right? It couldn't be just, I think this one's got 42 decks, and
well, it depends. I mean, if it was stipulated in the design, which some of those designs would actually, they would have said that when they designed it.
So they would have like designed the ship and then built the whatever around it. Yeah.
Profile. Yeah, because they would have done the profiles. Like if you look in some of the designs, like with all these, they come up with a lot of the designs and the books and stuff. They get a lot of cool information, as well as I've got the massive monthly edition of the Star Trek Encyclopedia series that came out. You know, there's so much data in there, but yeah, it was a combination of either when the people that designed it would give you that information, or they would come out in an episode, and a lot of things even come out in the LCAR. So Michael and Denise Akuda would even put it up on the LCAR displays, and then people would say, okay, that's it. So it's 42 decks or whatever was on that LCAR display. So that would be canon from there. And if it wasn't, then you would have somebody who would say, okay, this is what it's going to be when they bring out the Enterprise books.
So is there like somebody that's known to be like the ship designers, or like that was their
whole designers?
I mean, not even just Enterprise or Starfleet, but Romulan vessels or anything like that.
Yep.
That had to be a job. That's a cool fucking job.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it would be.
I want that job. They're probably retired right now.
Well,
I can't speak.
The original concept is what influenced the Discovery ship. That was the original concept.
So I can't speak for the original Enterprise, but the Enterprise D, apparently that 42 that deck count is canon. It was mentioned in at least 3 episodes.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's when that's when they stick with it if it's mentioned in the actual
one
episode.
Came from the Star Trek Encyclopedia, which was compiled by Michael Okuda, as you just mentioned.
Yeah. And Michael and Denise Akuda, they're like
gods design work on the Next Generation.
Yep.
Original Enterprise.
The 75 blueprints. Yep.
Wasn't that a Haynes manual, Sherry Kitty?
Yeah, there was a Haynes manual.
I think there was, yeah.
Yeah, there was.
That was funny. So.
Yep, there was. All right, next one. Computer, next.
Affirmative.
Oh, Enterprise. Yeah.
Yeah.
NX-01.
Was never a fan of this one.
That's all right.
Never a fan?
Too flat.
I didn't mind it.
I haven't minded either.
Yeah, but I didn't mind it. I mean, it didn't
I
rock
didn't
my
mind it,
world.
but I was just never a fan.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. I mean, you could see where they were coming from with the design of it, and where it's got the heritage going forward.
Yeah.
Because they had to retcon it. So yeah,
That's right.
I don't mind it.
It's not bad.
I'm not like an originalist or whatever, so I don't have necessarily the same classic eye, I guess, that Jim or you guys have, but I'm like, hello.
Okay.
I think that one looks sporty. It looks like the Ferrari. Maybe slightly. I don't know that I like the cell things on the back. Those are kind of weird, but every other part of it looks sports car-y. It's funny, like they put all this like sleekness into it, and then like these plain round tubes as the cells. That was kind of weird.
Yeah. Fair enough. Did Ken's audio just crap out?
Yeah, Ken, we can't hear you, buddy.
God damn it!
We're sure whatever you said was very enlightening, though.
Well, I was saying if you squint really tightly and you push the warp nacelles forward, it almost looks like a Miranda class.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, DC.
Yeah, you're right, DC. That would look weird.
I don't think that one could separate the saucers. That would probably just destroy the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I mean,
well, you
that
can't see
was
what's
definitely
underneath
one
it.
piece.
You are only looking at one angle.
Well, underneath was pretty much the same. It was just flat and everything.
Yep.
Yep.
I always thought
So
in
this
Next
computer,
Generation.
I mean, we need another diagnostic because the computer decided to mute me.
Hey, we can't argue with the
I
computer, Ken.
True.
It's becoming self-aware, I guess.
Yeah,
It is.
that's
It's
machine
definitely
learning
become
for you there,
self-aware.
Ken. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that virus from the
That,
that virus from the Iconians.
yeah.
No,
Or some-
it's actually like I watched one of the episodes that just came out of Lower Decks, and there's a very famous Star Trek actor who plays a voice of a evil computer, and it's Jeffrey Combs, and he plays the evil computer, and he gets disconnected because he controlled this whole planet and made them have war and fight each other, and then they disconnect him, and then they get stranded on this planet. He just wants to plug into the computer constantly. He's like, I want to plug in. He's like, I can help you. I want to. And it's Jeffrey Combs' voice. So that's my computer. It's been infected with the evil genius computer.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
I'm just
thinking,
imagining a computer that sounds like Wayoon.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
pretty much.
Yep, that was awesome. Or Brunt.
Front, yeah.
For sure.
Or Shran, yeah.
Or Shran. Yep.
Yeah.
Just all of Jeffrey Combs' yeah.
Nanoprobes.
Awesome. Yep.
That or somebody opened the Moriarty program and he's trying to take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, that bridge design is okay. I mean, it's kind of gives you the same kind of aesthetic as like the International Space Station when you look at it a little bit.
I mean,
Totally agree. Totally agree.
if you
It's
take
like
that
a
bridge
really
into
flash
context-
modern day nuclear submarine or the space
Yeah.
station, or
Yeah,
even like if you go to it's functional, and that's what it would be in that timeline. It would still be militaristic, but still have some cool tech, and there's a lot of physical buttons and knobs and stuff, but lots of screens and everything as well. So yeah, I actually don't mind it. It's functional, it's aesthetic, works.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I'm
There's
not the biggest
there's a-
fan, but if you take it in the context of what the time that show was supposed to be set in, it makes sense. It works because
Yeah.
remember, this is supposed to be like the first ship of its kind. So obviously, there's going to be a lot of rough edges.
Yeah. Yep. Totally.
that, and I think it's pretty cool that there's like a dedicated meeting space at the back of the bridge as well too.
Yes. Yep.
Instead of like being in a separate like ready room or whatever.
Why no transport on the deck? Because transporter was brand new technology, and I didn't want to use it, and so yeah.
And because generally, I mean, you can beam people to the bridge, but generally speaking, you do, unless you have a good reason for it, you don't want just people randomly beaming onto the bridge.
Yeah.
No.
That would,
Definitely not.
that's never a good thing when that happens, because it usually means it's the Borg, it's somebody that you don't.
Yeah, somebody you
Klingons.
don't want to be on your bridge.
It's some weird alien species that decided to trap you and study you.
Yeah, that
Yes.
too.
Nano probe's going to be used.
Now get off my ship.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I love that episode.
all right. So, what would you pair with NX-01?
Be something young, raw.
That, or it would have to be like the very first. Trying to think.
I mean, at the moment, the thing that's popping into my mind is a Tor Vague. What is it called? The Legacy. The first release from Tor Vague.
Yeah, but it's got to be a whiskey in your collection, though.
I have it.
Oh, there you go then. You can have that one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I have.
Tor Vague
It's like,
Legacy 2017. And
I'm gonna go-
if that's the case, then I kind of cheated with Boonahaven 12. I don't have Boonahaven 12. Whoops.
okay, is
I'm
that
gonna
the
go
end?
with
Black
Lyman column steel, single grain, peated.
I was just going to ask if that was the peated one. Okay.
Yep.
I'd probably
Super
have-
young. It's clear. It's done with a column steel, so it's just pure mechanical efficiency. You know, it's nothing special, and it just does the job.
Yeah, I think I would
Yeah.
probably go with probably my Clonakilty single grade, because it's one of their first releases. I think that would be my pick.
Nice. If somebody's going to steal Spock's brain, well, we're not going to talk about that, are we?
Yeah.
Did you all like the Q storyline in Next Generation? I can never enjoy that character. I liked Q. I mean,
Yeah.
good actor. Yeah, I liked Q, even from day one. It just, yeah. John Delancey was awesome playing Q, and I like the way they wrote that character, how he was just mischievous and just
Yeah,
playing hard all the time, and yeah.
absolutely.
Like, and just the whole idea that he's completely omnipotent is like just a cool concept.
Yeah, and the way he played it so arrogantly was perfect.
I mean, is he a dick sometimes? Yeah, like he basically thrusts the Borg upon the human race.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you think this is all a little bit of fun now?
Yeah.
Yeah, have some
Yeah,
ball,
get back.
gotcha.
Yeah.
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 So we are getting a case of Midwinter Night's Dram today, so that should be pretty cool.
Jeez.
Well, we're getting them for other people, so.
Gotcha.
Cool.
And I see it's good to see you're in uniform there, Mr. Redshirt.
Yeah, where's yours, Jim?
This is as close as I get right now. I will have an official shirt soon enough. Apparently, I'm the only one right now.
Yeah, I mean, we all went out of our way to get him all the way from Australia, but whatever.
They didn't come from Australia. They came from the US.
I'm not an idiot.
I came from Australia. I hand printed them and stitched them myself. Yeah.
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 I really appreciate the embroidery work you did there, Ken.
Yeah, you liked it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Then they went on the slow boat. Yeah.
So you want to know, true story,
Right.
off subject completely for Whiskey Trek, but when I was in high school, I played baseball, And my sophomore year, I was pitching for the first time, and it was cold in the spring in Colorado, right? I didn't know you weren't allowed to wear white long sleeves underneath your jersey.
Oh yeah.
When you're pitching, you could do it batting and fielding and all that, but pitching it had to be the dark blue, which was our colors.
Yeah,
and so they're like, you gotta
ball.
take that shirt off. And so it was, they had the big patches, for my high school across the front, and it was like super rough on the inside from being sewn on. And I got done pitching that first time, and my nipples were blistering.
Oh.
It hurt so freaking bad because it was rubbing on that freaking rough sewn-on patch. Oof.
Thanks for that visual, Mike.
Nope. Still gives me the shivers, man.
Nope.
That no. Just
no.
No. Just no.
Yeah.
Computer. Next.
Affirmative.
Uh-oh. Where'd Morse go? Ooh.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yep, Enterprise D. PNG.
Dude, look at that saucer section. That looks hot.
Yep.
Look at that.
Is it like...
Ooh. Hello. The pink looks kind of
G'day, Jason. How you going, mate? Well, that's a story to tune in on.
Busey was lurking, waiting for that story, I bet, before he started talking.
Can you imagine the nicknames he got that day?
Oh, my gosh.
So, me personally, I remember when TNG first came out and I saw the design. It took me a while to get used to it, and when I got the ship, the model of it, that saucer section is fucking huge. And that's one thing that always bugged me, that saucer section was so freaking massive.
Hey,
that's the only
it
one
doesn't
thing.
matter how
I
long
liked
it is, as long as it's big around.
Oh, shit.
Your mind up.
My finger went in between the two of them instead of hitting the actual correct button.
Well, that was perfect.
I think the kids are done with Taekwondo.
See you, Tito.
He was like, well, this is not safe for work.
Yep.
Or Taekwondo.
So, yeah.
Oh, God dang it. I keep hitting my... I hate these big-ass headphones.
But yeah, she's a pretty iconic ship, and yeah, I don't mind the Galaxy
one of my
class.
favorites.
Yeah,
I mean,
that warp. I like the the source section is just so big, and then playing Star Trek Online, it's massive, but it does have a nice big round section for that phaser array, which is pretty awesome. You can shoot from any direction. That I do like, but
Yeah.
Yep, from every direction. And that was cool when you play it in Star Trek Online and you just sit there, if you're in a Galaxy class, it's like, just you obliterate shit. Yeah, it was awesome.
That doesn't work right now during Whiskey Trek, Sugar Kitty.
oh, DC.
It's not the size of the source, it's how you fucking it Space Trek. I did not deliver that.
It's DC. As long as you love the planet you're parking it in, it's just fine.
What have we done?
What have we done?
It's the emotion
Moving
that
along.
you have to bring. Yeah.
Are we drifting along?
Ooh.
Carpet.
I like this bridge, but I always kind of have mixed feelings about it because does it look cool? Yeah, it looks fucking amazing. But it also looks like they're commanding the starship from their living room.
Yeah, like your grandma's lounge or something with that pink carpeting. And
It reminds me of one of those real cool
Yeah, those
out
characteristics
there
in the fucking lounge.
60s aesthetics. Like you'd go to those hip space when they're doing ads of the 60s, where a lot of the furniture was all coming out with that space theme. You'd get the cool lava lamps and the weird chairs and everything like. It reminds me of something like that.
DC.
Yeah.
Oh, just got to come up with the Uranus jokes, eh?
Uranus. Yeah.
Oh god, nice one, DZ.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Yep.
back to the
Yeah.
bridge.
I mean, I'm nah.
Yeah, I don't like that. Everything's on the same level.
That and what's with fabric on the walls, fabric material on the floor. Yeah.
And
actually,
Rikers.
I think maybe this photo doesn't show it well, but there is a slope up to the back section there. It's not
There
all
is a
the
slope, yeah.
There's a ramp, but like where Picard sits, it's on the same level as frickin' Geordi and Data, and like it doesn't seem like you're commanding anything when you're sitting on the same level. And somebody's behind you back here, like
It was the same way.
it should be a fucking throne, Jim Morris.
It was the same on the original Enterprise. The captain was on the same level with navigation. Science was actually a little higher than him.
You guys are gonna screw up. Yep. You guys are gonna screw up the naivety of me watching Star Trek with this stuff. I'm gonna be like going. I'm gonna be going like, oh, look at that bridge. That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like the turbo cells in the back.
Wasn't that dome actually like technically a viewport that they could use? It is a viewport.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep. So you look up top, and you see on the outside external shots from there, and it was the same with the original.
That's really thin
very
glass.
cool and very questionable.
Yes.
It's like on the one hand that's cool, on the other hand, that's a nice way to die.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if that's a retractable moonroof, that would be cool.
Yeah, that would be.
That would be pretty cool, but you've got viewing decks for that. You just go to 10-4 and have a whiskey.
With a television with a moonroof.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't seem like the ultimate option for a spaceship. Check it out. Look at a moonroof.
Yeah, we need to lose. We need to lose some air in here. Let's open that moonroof. We need to lose.
Yeah, who farted?
Yeah.
Whoa, you farted again.
That's the best venting of fart you'll ever have, right there.
Yeah.
The computer. Air purification level 5.
Where'd Worf go?
All right, so we need to pair it with the ship, and then we need to pair it with the bridge, because we got to pair something with Enterprise D. So Galaxy class. What are you going to pair with your Galaxy class ship?
That's.
Bookers.
Of course. What else would I pair this with?
Bookers?
Oh yeah, because it's 7 year. I did not.
Oh yeah,
only last 7 years.
Oh yeah, fair. I'll give you that. You look up, and there are 9 random ship declipping. Oops.
Didn't Next Generation only run for 7 years?
Yeah, 7 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, 7 seasons. So that's why Booker's. It's 7-year-old whiskey.
Okay.
All right.
And it's strong. I don't know. I like Next Generation. I thought it was pretty good.
Oh yeah, great show.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a great show.
Yeah.
Once they got into their flow, it was awesome.
Yeah.
What am I going
Then again, I also really liked Stargate Atlantis, but whatever. That was kind of a knockoff.
I think of one thing to pair with, but I don't actually own it. The Cal&M.
No, we can't use that. But you got your 10 forward, and that fits.
Yeah.
Don't you think Stargate Atlantis was kind of a knockoff of Star Trek Next Generation-ish?
Everything's a knockoff of Star Trek in one way or another, if it came after.
Except for Babylon 5, which Star Trek was a knockoff of, right?
Did you hear they're trying to do a remake? They're going to do a remake of Babylon 5? Yeah.
Say what? Did you just say a remake of a remake?
No, they're going to remake Babylon 5.
I thought you said, I heard about that. I mean...
Yes, and Marina Sirtis certainly did occupy many a teenage night. Or many a teenager's thoughts.
I'm sensing much much horniness, Captain. Yeah.
She did full nudity once, right? In a movie.
Well, let's talk about this. Off duty. Yet.
There was an episode where she was.
That was what's her name, right? That was Commander Riker's lover before coming on the Enterprise.
Yep.
7 or 9.
Yeah, she did a movie one time. Yeah, she went full Monty.
Who's beeping?
My son's alarm clock. It's not the self-destruct, I promise. Just because I'm a red shirt.
Installed You're Dumber Than a Box of Rocks. Tycho Landers was nothing like Star Trek in this generation. Yeah, that is true. I mean, if you want to compare something that is similar to Star Trek Next Generation,
slightly
it would have
hostile,
to be
Ducey.
It's oval.
You could have just said you don't know what you're talking about. I don't know that you had to go dumber than a box of rocks. Seems kind of mean. Just saying.
All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with this.
Oh, Il Sobe. Nice.
Yep. For the simple reason there, obviously, because RCB they use like the scientist stuff. But this cork, look at the size of this saucer section.
Yeah.
I'm going with that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I would pair. I mean, it would likely have to have a huge cork as well, and I think the bottle with the biggest cork that I have is the Baker 7.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd probably go with that.
Nice. All right, bridge then. What are you going to pair with this carpet-lined bridge?
Yeah, thanks, DC. Smart rocks. I might be dumber than a box of rocks, but they're smart rocks.
I'm not an ass.
They're like
I'm a whole ass.
Yeah.
Don't need to give me
I remember watching a SpongeBob one time where the top of Patrick Starr's head came off and they replaced it with smart coral, and all of a sudden he was brilliant. It's those kind of rocks. Even though I realized coral isn't rocks. And I realized I just started talking about SpongeBob, but whatever.
So for the bridge, punch it.
Is that a Tullabarton?
Tullamarine?
Yeah.
The Murray?
Ooh. Okay.
Because this is super lined with felt. You know, it's 11-year-old whiskey. It's not really that expensive, but this is like super fancy. It's all lined and it's super flash. So yeah.
How come that's not open?
Okay.
I've already had samples of it, but I haven't popped this one. I've had samples. I know what it tastes like. I actually like it.
Apparently, I didn't eat the right coral.
Presentation for just a 11-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. It's the Quinteris, the Murray, Tullamarine Murray Quinteris.
I think it's awesome that Busey and I know exactly what I'm talking about with that SpongeBob reference. I'll be right back.
I don't know what I would pair with that. It would have to be something kind of classic. I don't really have any packages that have any of that fabric in it.
No felt lining?
No. Maybe, I guess, given the overall aesthetic of like the bridge itself, I mean, and that it's so 1980s, maybe I'll just go with my 1980s bottle of Bushmills. And yeah.
That works?
Yep.
And yes, totally agree. Jerry Ryan is still hot. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And XO is going to be bringing out a model of her in this outfit, a full.
It just
Yeah.
occurred to me, we're not watching an episode, so I don't need my headphones on.
True.
No, you don't.
This is much more comfortable. Thank
Oh,
you.
Master's Keep. That's a good choice. Yeah, Master's Keep.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind getting a Master's Keep. I've never seen one.
Fancy box. Well, that works.
Yeah.
Rightio. Computer. Next.
Affirmative.
Oh yeah, Enterprise E.
Yep.
It looks pretty badass. Like the first time you see it in the movies, it's like, whoa, what's that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's completely different from in Galaxy class, where that big round saucer section is now being pulled in, and it's actually a bit more streamlined. She's like a Jaguar. Sexy lines. I like this design. When I first saw it in the movie, I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like the lines of it. I like the aesthetic. It's a sexy shit.
Where'd Morris go?
You can tell it means business. I don't know. Maybe he's having engineering difficulties.
Oh, he's taking a dump. I thought that's what you meant. That's what I tell my wife it's called.
Okay.
Wash your hands, Morris, before you come back.
Drinking with your...
Yeah, he's not even drinking right
Drinking
now.
with Yoda's grandma. Oh, drinking with Yoda's grandma. My brain just went, words, letters?
We almost got Morris to come on Livewire last night and break his dry streak, but he held tough, man. Ooh, look at that.
Well, I was like last night, I was like, you need to come on so I can crack that Aaron cast. That's all good. Yeah, I like this design. I like the warp nacelles. I like the saucer section. And underneath, it's sexy with the deflector dish.
Yeah.
So, good shit. I like it.
Yeah. And the fact that, it doesn't have like daycares and all this crap on it too means you could have a much sleeker design that means business, basically.
And I think that was pretty much, because the Galaxy class was like a freaking science hospital daycare ship. Whereas they, when Q slapped them in the face with the Borg and they made the Enterprise E and was like, well, I think we need something with a bit more kick in it. So, let's step it up a notch. And I think, and when you look at the ship, I actually think it pays better homage to the original design of like the Star Trek.
Agreed.
Yeah. It just has,
Yep, I totally get that.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Excuse me.
1 out of 10 stars. I think.
Yeah, like he gets there at the very end last night.
Yeah. All right. What are you going to pair with Enterprise E?
As far as fans go, you show up for the last 5 minutes. Thanks a lot, Busey. Or Ben wasn't even there last night, except a bitch.
I'll probably go with this.
He's only saying that because he fell asleep at 6 p.m.
Okay. Is that the Pendrin port, right?
That's the Pendrin port.
Okay.
Because it's got the core warp nacelles.
Yeah, I was just thinking maybe I'll go with I've still got a little bit left of the Pendrin Madeira, so I'll go with that.
Nice.
So what's up with like
Scotch from TNG, Aaron 10.
Aaron 10. What's up with those boxes where they're only partially covering the bottle? Like my spring bank was the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the spring bank stuff
Springbank.
What's the system we're looking at?
The Enterprise E.
Hmm.
Yeah, Springbank is known for their shitty packaging,
Yeah.
cheap packaging.
Yeah.
Because they do it across all their lines, like Hazelburn,
Long row.
Long Row, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, what do you think of Enterprise E, Jim?
In a lot of ways, the Sovereign class was a very much a throwback back to the original Constitution class. They took a lot of design cues from that. Clearly.
Yeah. Ken was just
Yeah,
saying
we were
that,
just talking about that. Yeah.
Sorry, I had to step away.
Did you wash your
I
hands,
don't hate
Jim?
it.
I like it. I like it. It's a
You're
good
gonna
ship.
be cleaning the officers the officers
Yeah.
of the three, Madison.
Yep.
Otherwise, suppose the ship would do that on its own, wouldn't it?
Probably.
The creature comforts of space travel.
That's what happens when you have a hound dog in the house and they're looking out the
Good enough,
glass
10K.
door.
Yep.
I mean, I like the Enterprise E. I was never a huge fan of it, but I don't hate it. I like it. It's a nice ship. I don't.
I liked
remember
it when it
the bridge
first
that well.
came on the screen. I'm like, ooh, I like that.
Mhm.
Oh, behave.
She looked sexy. Now, what about the bridge?
Not a fan.
You're the one acting like a bitch, Ben. Time to move
You know
on.
what?
buddy.
I like the bridge, but again, it's like, why is there bloody carpet? Like, you know what I mean? What is it? With,
Yeah.
You know, let's just put it.
What is it with the carpet?
Yeah. Something to clean.
I mean,
and
yeah, I
something
agree.
to
I
burn.
like the color design with the low hues of the blues and stuff, and the more industrial, look. And I like those uniforms too. I've always been a fan of those uniforms.
Yeah,
So
me too.
I do like the overall design, but I agree. What's with the carpet? We
Yeah.
don't need carpet. Now I can think
Well,
why
that's
they
the
actually
right
put carpet on the sets for sound dampening.
Yeah, like it makes sense from a movie perspective, but you could also put sound dampening material that's like rubber.
Yeah, that's
I've
right.
seen them do that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
And as we
I
said
know
in the past, you'd never ever have carpet in any part of a naval vessel. It just does not exist. It's only in the wardroom and places like that. That have
Questionable in
nice
outer space.
furniture and
Look
stuff
at
like
Apollo 1.
Careful, Busey. Ken will time you out for saying that, buddy.
Okay.
What's this?
That's the only way to get timed out on
You get
Scotch
timed
Downunder
out.
stream.
Except I can't because you're a mod.
Hey,
God damn it.
I can. There's nothing wrong with the Millennium Falcon. But
He
Except
called
this
it a
is
Star
Whiskey
Trek
Trek,
ship.
not Whiskey Wars.
Star Trek. Yeah.
I was actually talking to my friend yesterday about
Oh,
this. And
Star
wondering
Destroyers.
if
I
there
mean,
was a
Star
Star
Destroyers
Wars
is just
show with a similar theme.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
definitely do
you
a Star Wars episode. We can definitely do that for sure.
Can I be a Jedi?
Star Wars, that'd be cool.
You're an Ewok.
No, we're just going to talk about the ships.
Really?
That's
Ken?
it.
You're the one saying that? Do you remember
I
everybody
did
talking
watch,
about how tall I
After
was
Van
in
Calm Down.
Idaho?
And so.
Have you guys seen Free Guy?
Not yet.
Mm-mm.
Oh, all right. I won't spoil it there, but yeah, there's a good bit in that it's related to some science fiction, and it's pretty cool.
That's good to know,
That's pretty
Jason.
cool.
Apparently, Jason Busey has just made the point that there are, in fact,
Carton
some
of
rugs
wardrooms
on
on my
naval
ship was
vessels.
a rug. The Admiral had one too in his stateroom. That's what's going. Yeah, wardrooms and staterooms would have nice stuff like that. So they'd have nice wooden paneling and all that kind of stuff. But you're not going to have that in the CNC and yeah, you're not going to have carpet and shit.
On the bridge.
It just doesn't matter. Yeah.
It's like, who put a phaser burn in this carpet? Like,
exactly.
yeah.
And on my vessel, I'm a Klingon. I'm going to have my Targ. I don't want bloody Targ fur stuck in the carpet.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. All right. Should we go?
Voyager.
Is that Voyager?
Yep.
Did I break it?
It went to the ship and then it went to the bridge. So
There we go. So the Intrepid. Thoughts?
It's a clean design.
Go back to that again.
I was warm on.
Yeah, I don't like that one. That one looks like a smaller ship. Is it smaller?
It is. It's much smaller. I like. I mean, it's keeping with the whole TNG aesthetic, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, the design's cool. The whole thing with the nacelles was pretty cool as well, and the fact that it could actually land on planets, I thought was pretty cool too.
Yep, I totally agree. I like it was a lot smaller. I like the one-piece sleek design of it. The warp nacelles, how they could actually fold up like an X-wing, and then obviously they could fold up, and then you could land with the landing gear. That was cool when you first saw that.
That was just weird. That was way too large ship to do planet landings.
It was cool.
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it.
Yep.
And it had like an aesthetic from a Klingon Bird of Prey, with the wings.
You see that one needs to
when
see
they
out.
fold up.
Yep.
When the wings fold up, and then you've also got your landing gear, very similar to a Klingon Bird of Prey.
Yeah. Oh my God, Birdman.
What am I missing?
Let's talk about
The couples on the bridge matching the drapes in the staterooms. It's like those tennis ball materials from somewhere made that my wife didn't order. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so apparently Jason Busey is ordering man mountain-sized dogs.
Don't get me started on Targ fur.
Yeah. No, I thought overall the look of Voyager was very well done.
And the front of it is similar to the deflector dish on the Intrepid class. I mean the
on direct TV. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. It's
very direct TV-ish.
Very direct TV-ish.
Take it on its own, it's fine. But as soon as you put it in a group with other Federation starships, it's like one of these things is not like the other.
No, and it wasn't that. I think that was the whole concept behind the Intrepid class, right? Small, maneuverable, able to operate long time for deep space missions, right?
Yep, exactly.
Well,
with the nano conduit bloody things.
Oh, the neurogel, yeah.
Neurogel,
Right.
that's it. Neurogel conduit.
Yeah, that's right.
And I thought it was cool when they did the Borg augmentation on it. It looked mean when she had all that.
Oh yeah, and they added like the
Yeah.
and everything.
That was cool. Yeah, I did like that.
I don't know how I feel about the bridge. There's just something off about it.
I like the bridge. Did they use carpet in that bridge? I don't think so. So
Yeah, there's carpet.
There's carpet. Okay, I mean it's fine. I like the fact that you've got
Whiskey Trek or Carpet Trek, goddammit.
Well, it's just I know it's something that, that's really small and stupid, but then when you think about it, it's like, yeah. I like the overall look of it. The fact that it's divided a little bit. The captain sits up a little bit, and
I don't mind the bridge. It's okay.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it is in the rear where Tuvok and Paris, they're facing away.
Me and Harry.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. Like, you're facing away.
I mean,
so if they were around to the
same way
side
for
more,
Spock.
then you know.
It was pretty much the same way for Spock on the original bridge when he was at his station. He had his
Yeah,
back
he had his
Kirk.
back. Yeah, his back. That's true.
And if anybody was at the engineering console on TNG, they had their back to everybody.
Yep.
So
True.
there is precedent.
Yep.
Is it awkward?
Yeah, there is precedent, and it makes sense. You would be facing your back, but it would be better if you're on a bit of an
Too
angle.
serious
So that,
past
you
the
know,
hashtag carpet test. What have we done?
well, each new series passes the carpet test. Well, the new bridge got a carpet on it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the accent lighting's also
Right. So
pretty
what?
cool.
Say again?
Now, the accent lighting on Voyager is pretty cool too, especially
Yes.
around the
Actually,
the
yep.
the,
I like
helm.
the lighting.
Yep.
Yep. And you can understand why they place all that lighting stuff. Obviously, it's for filming and stuff, and it makes sense.
Yep.
Do you think they're
so it's also-
designing the ship and they're like, we need to create ambiance? I want LaForge to be relaxed.
Maybe.
Well, they're definitely going for a look.
Yeah.
No,
So
I mean
all
like
the
real
hues
ship
and tones that
designers,
you
not the
use and
like
lighting
studio.
give you a look.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Like you don't want it to be cold and hard and like you're going to work every day and you're like, oh shit, I gotta go sit in the big steel room.
Well, I mean, again, I think that goes back to what purpose the ship was built for. If you're talking like the Galaxy class ship, these were large, long-term mission intended exploration vessels. If you're
Yeah,
talking
that was science exploration vessels.
Defiant,
So you would have
or
your family.
the Oberth
Yeah.
class ships, which we haven't touched on the Oberth class, frankly, because they're ugly. But
Yeah.
the Defiant class and the Oberth class were purpose-built ships designed to a purpose, and so they wouldn't be, cushy and comfy ships.
Yep. And you can see how that in the NX-01. That was just
Yeah.
the NX-01 was built for just doing its job. It wasn't built for an aesthetic.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. Same thing with Voyager.
I would not want to live on a freighter.
Yeah. No.
Can you imagine a space freighter? That'd be the most uncomfortable
Sure,
fucking
kitty.
thing.
If I'm ever lucky enough to design a spaceship and the word ambience crosses my mind, shoot me, please.
Yeah.
Skyhole sucks on that one. Yeah, the Skyhole does look like
It
it.
doesn't even
What
have
if
a
it's
sky
like,
hole.
what
It's
if you're
got a
designing the
9,000.
spaceship Love Boat?
I mean, it looks like something on Deep Space Nine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kind of.
DC, you're not wrong.
Yeah, there's definitely some design cues from DS9 there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And that being said, I hope that's in here because that's going to be an interesting discussion because that is so radically different from everything else we see.
No, I did not put that in there.
Ah, you're a dick.
I did put this in here though.
Yeah.
Defiant? I
That
would hope
makes
so.
that makes sense.
I mean, I get it that
I did
Deep Space
put that
Nine is
in
a
there.
space station and not a starship, and it's not technically Federation. It was a Cardassian space station that they took over and commandeered and restored.
Oh shit.
Who the hell?
We've got the. I bet you that's Slong.
Red alert! Shields up.
Watch
That'll
this.
be
That's gotta be
will be
Sean.
assimilated. Oh boy.
He did that freaking bottle chug last night. He's just waking up right now.
Oh, he time traveled for sure.
Yeah.
He went into the parallel universe. He went to Kelvin timeline or something.
Rotating shield frequencies.
That was a pretty big
Yep.
120 proof bottle chug last night.
Yeah, that was serious. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
All right, what are we gonna pair with the Intrepid?
Needs to be something dark. Look at that bridge.
Oh, if you're gonna go for the bridge, yeah, but we'll talk the ship first. We'll go
ship.
Yeah.
Jason Busey. I wouldn't know because LiveWire shut the stream down too damn early.
I know, it was only I guess it's an hour difference for Busey, so it was only 1 a.m. when we shut it down, 1:30.
Tau straight tea.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't.
You would pair Telescope, I think.
I know exactly what I'm pairing with that. Let me go grab it real quick.
Yeah, I could definitely see like my Talisker 10 being a good fit for the Intrepid. Yeah, I think I'd go Talisker.
I'm gonna go Bolchin.
Oh, okay.
It's 12 a.m. stuff. Don't give yourself extra credit.
I got a Bolchin because it's a small little bottle.
Yep.
And it's got some punch.
Peanut Edredauer, yeah.
Oh, Poltney?
Actually, he's right.
The
The
Clipper.
Clipper.
No, it's 12.
Let me
Cool.
turn this fucking thing off. Sometimes it plays nice, sometimes it doesn't.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why. I was
Okay.
thinking, Voyager,
Around the world, being stuck on the
Yeah.
other side
Yeah.
of the galaxy.
on that long voyage out in the Delta Quadrant.
Yep.
And this was released commemorate the Sea Clipper around the world boat race.
Yep,
It
that
fits.
makes sense. Yep, it fits.
Yep, that works. What about the bridge? What are we going to do bridge-wise?
For the ship, I'm doing the 3-chamber rye. Just so you know. Kind of a prototype. I was just reading this stuff on StarTrek.com. That ship was a prototype.
Yep.
The Defiant was. The Intrepid was not a prototype.
Intrepid was the prototype of the Intrepid class. The Intrepid
Yeah, that's not the
launched from
That's not the
Utopia-
Intrepid. That's the USS Voyager.
No, that's the USS Intrepid, NCC 74600. I mean, I'm reading it off of the Star Trek Wikipedia page. I mean, unless it's wrong. I do believe you more than
The ship
Wikipedia.
we're talking about is the USS Voyager, not the
Oh,
USS.
okay, gotcha. That's why I'm wrong?
Yeah, we're going Voyager, which is the Intrepid class.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. You just kicked me out.
I don't know what to do with I don't know what to do with the bridge.
I can modify that. Just give it to us.
Can you just make my score smaller?
Yes, but the species 8472 completely kicked your ass.
I can modify that. Wait, did I introduce myself?
No, Schlong.
You're the Borg. You don't really need any introduction.
That's right.
No.
Trumpet was Griffin's smoke wagon.
Yeah, Ken needs to turn on his Borg.
Do I have to turn on my voice modulation and tell you that, or your technological...
permanently break that.
Okay.
It's quick and smart, so I would pair Smoke Wagon Uncut and Unfiltered.
I love Smoke Wagon
I
Uncut
can see that.
Unfiltered.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, the bridge. Sorry, I totally derailed us there by being wrong.
Bridge.
I feel like pairing whiskey to the ship itself is enough. Pairing it to the bridge is getting a little bit tacky.
Well, the bridge is a little bit... Man, it's kind of industrial kind
Helper
of thing.
and
similar to-
biting hashtag
I mean-
biting Borg.
I would probably pair it up with my Bear Barley, just because it's got the same color aesthetic and everything on it. That's about all I can think
Damn
of.
Borgie. Oh, now we got Hoshi.
Oh, is Hoshi? What is going on here?
That sentence had punctuation and decent grammar. Borg is definitely not schlong.
Yeah, I was thinking the same fucking thing.
Oh fuck. Probably Sugar Kid.
Yeah.
It did seem
No, I
Sugar
think-
Kitty-ish. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, next ship.
All right, next ship. Computer, next.
Affirmative.
I am not your dog.
Oh,
Hmm.
mean, lean means business. Yeah. There's only one purpose that ship has.
Yeah, I mean, it was designed to fight
Show
the
it big
Borg.
again, Ken.
Yeah.
Show it big again.
That was
So
a
big.
weird feeling. I'm always torn on the Defiant because I liked the Defiant. I liked what it was built for. Just aesthetically, fuck, is that an ugly ship?
What's it
But
called?
it didn't need to be attractive. It's a
The
warship.
Defiant?
The
Yeah.
USS Defiant.
The Defiant.
Yep, it's
The,
just
of the Defiant class.
built
First of a
to
name.
fight. That's it.
Quantum torpedoes. Cloaking device borrowed from the Romulans.
Yeah. I mean,
Plate of armor.
It's like somebody saw the Miranda class and went, "We can make that smaller."
that and, it was too powerful. That nearly tore itself apart, I think, in the early
Yeah,
episodes,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, well, I think and I only know this because I happened to watch this clip. What Cisco was saying during the meeting when he introduced the ship, to much consternation from the rest of the crew, was that during testing, was that it was overgunned and overpowered, and it had design flaws, and that during testing, it almost torn itself apart at full warp.
Yep.
Burnt rubber band-aids and hate.
Red rubber band-aids and hate. Hot pocket. I like that. It's a hot pocket. Lefroy? Yeah, I can give you a look. Yeah, I can give you a look. I'm a fan. I really like the Defiant. I'm a big fan.
I
like
would
the
I would
ship.
also argue that
much
too is the 3-chamber rye.
Okay.
Slightly over-engineered.
One ship per whiskey.
Yeah, slightly over-engineered. Well, I was wrong on the last one because I didn't even have the right ship, Morris.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And definitely fell short of its intended goal.
I don't know if the
Oh,
Defiant
no. She,
fell short of its intended
Yeah.
No,
goal.
the Defiant
Oh,
literally fought until the bitter end, and until the Dominion blew it up.
yeah. I mean, as a design,
The Defiant. So according to this, I'm reading the Defiant did not perform well in its initial trial runs.
that's right.
Oh, the digital trial runs,
No.
but
and then those stupid
after-
bloody kids killed the Valiant.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
after O'Brien got his hands on it, he worked it out.
Yep.
Got it on the straight and narrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, that-
dumbass kids.
What are we talking
Broke
about the Valiant?
Valiant.
What?
The kids. Those bunch of cadets.
The USS Valiant, when they were taking on that.
That was a
huge-
Defiant class ship? I don't
It
remember.
was. Yeah.
Yeah, when Nog was on there.
And
Yep.
then,
Oh, yes.
so am I understanding this right? So it was then mothballed and then pulled out during Deep Space Nine.
Correct. That's
Correct. Yep.
what we're
Yep.
told.
So really, that even fits more
guy
with
was-
the 3-chamber rye because that still was mothballed and then brought back by Loophole Brothers. Oh my God! Home run.
All right.
Okay.
You got it.
All right, we'll give you that.
I can
Oh,
sell
I'm
this.
gonna go. Yeah, it needs some. I'm gonna go Lefroy 12 2017 cast strength. Like a Woolen, sorry.
Lagavulin. I was going to say I thought Lefroy
Let's
10
go with
was
Wee
cast.
Beastie.
Yeah, it definitely has to be something big, bold, and peated. I'm just either Lefroy Lore or Octomore for me.
If I had an Octomore, I would have used the Octomore right out of the gate because I mean, come on.
We can't do many more ships because Donald is running out of Octomore bottles.
Yeah, okay. I mean, there's not really much to say about the bridge on the Defiant. It was pretty Spartan.
Yes, there would be no comfort whatsoever. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, once again, that whole phrase, purpose built.
Yeah.
Hard to argue with the wee beastie. No, I wouldn't give it to the wee beastie. I'm going. Oh, and then we got Locutus aboard. Well, he's
okay,
no longer
sure, Katie.
Locutus aboard. Nice. Computer next, and she's gone on strike. Computer next.
Oh, computer.
Computer next.
Affirmative.
3 times the charm.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it says there's not a lot to say about the bridge. It's pretty Spartan. It's nicely designed for browsing.
Actually, that's the bridge.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the
Dude,
Defiant.
look at that bridge.
It is carpet
Yes,
yeah.
that is carpet.
on a combat ship.
It's Berman era carpet. All the Berman era Trek.
Dude,
carpet.
I don't even see any blood stains on the floor.
That's funny.
Yep.
There's even carpet on the pedestal that the captain's seat is on.
I know.
Look at how many more people are on that bridge than the frickin' Enterprise.
It's about the same number, really.
It's just much smaller.
Yeah,
It's all nice and compact.
I think it was either Donald or Ken, both of you were saying something earlier about, you know, no wasted space. This is the epitome of no wasted space.
Yep. She's built for a purpose, and
The carpet
that's what she
screams
did.
the 90s.
Yep.
And it's funny because Worf, when he was captain of it, he slept on it because he liked it because it was industrial and wasn't comfortable. And it was
He slept
it
on
was
the
like a
carpet?
bunk.
No, yeah, he lived in the Defiant.
Oh, he slept on the Defiant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
I'm just
Bartok.
saying,
That's like
in-
Bartok not wanting to move his office off of his Klingon ship.
In the 90s, didn't like Pergo really, start to take off? They could have done laminate flooring.
Laminate.
Hardwood? Huh? No?
On a combat ship?
Well, yeah,
On a
I mean,
combat
those things are durable. Laminate flooring is more durable than hardwood.
Yes, until the commanding officer slips on the laminate and breaks his tailbone.
or you get an explosion underneath and then you get splinters and shards of engineered wood going
Engineered
everywhere.
flooring flying
Yeah.
out.
The noxious smoke of melted, burning laminate.
Yep.
That's nice bridge. I mean, there's not a lot to say about it. It's Spartan because that's what it was designed to be. The carpet is a little bit silly.
But yeah, it was the Berman era aesthetic. That's
Yep.
for sure.
I mean, I think if there's any gripe about that bridge, it's that knowing what we know about the Defiant and what the Defiant was built for, it's a little bit spread out. Surprisingly, for a ship that small.
Well,
Although-
if you look at the bridge, it was the big whole flat round section on the top, so it had quite a big bridge.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
On
I'm
the top there.
calling it the rare
The
breed.
shape
man.
of it was like a.
Burger want a spaceship.
Again?
The rare breed?
Sugar Kitty, I don't care if it doesn't work. Pergo on a spaceship. Slap that live wire whiskey.
Yeah.
Are you guys done now? You can be assimilated, please.
I'd have guessed that
Nope.
was Simon. Simon would know who the Borg are.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm
We
thinking.
basically called all of our friends idiots so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my bridge bottle for that one is going to be rare breed. It's strong, purposeful, not glamorous, just does work.
Okay.
Just does the job.
Does the job, barrel proof.
Wild Turkey 81 right. I'll go with that one.
You're gonna go with something low proof on a warship? At least do wild
on
We had a
board.
battle bridge on board ship, and it was a terrace floors and metal decks, and we had no softness on the bridge anyway. Exactly. Right? No softness.
Like I said, that carpet's kind of silly, but
Yeah.
If I had it, I'd probably go Glen Farkless 105, but I don't.
I've got it.
that's an interesting choice.
I'll lend it to you.
I'm trying to think.
So
of
you'll
what
go
the-
Glen Farkless 105 lended from store? Well, you can borrow mine too. Because I was thinking something last time that's got a good punch.
Yeah,
So I'm going to go Lime Burner's Darkest Winter, which is 69.5 ABV. Or, if I was going to go bourbon, I would go a bloody light whiskey Obtanium.
Okay. Yeah. That or I mean, I suppose I could do Redbreast 12
The
cask strength.
Borg are functionally equivalent to a bunch of Great Danes and Yorkies. What the fuck?
Wow.
Bring a Rhine women, and she's how softness goes to the next level. Yeah, get those pheromones going.
Yep.
Hold my Borg. So we've got the Borg, we've got Locutus the Borg, we got Hoshi. Where else have we got?
On in this chat.
Dude, I can't wait to see
I like it.
what Women of Whiskey comes up with for their Hold My Yorkie with the shot with the Glencairn glass. That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Dude, I
Hold
watched
my
this
Borg.
video of freaking
All right, fine. If you want me to go high proof, I'll go with the Alberta Premium.
Yeah, that could
Ooh, that's
work
a good
too.
one.
But of whiskeys that I have, I think I'll do Redbreast 12 cask strength.
Rebus 12 cast strength?
Yep.
For the Bridge of the Defiant. Nice.
You know, it's
Locutus the Borg here omnipotent. You tell us.
You tell us.
Borg!
You know, it's a shame we
Locutus
haven't
wasn't omnipotent.
gotten those models from Schlong. You could have slipped in the.
I was just thinking that. I want to put in the. Yeah, I want to put in the Glencairn ship.
Oh, not that one.
USS
Next.
Drambulots.
I'll tuck it in there. Computer, next.
Well, I think that's it. I can't remember if I added any more. Did I add any more?
I don't know. Hit next and see what happens.
Computer, next.
Affirmative.
Nope.
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 Wah, wah, wah.
We worked our way through.
Oh, now we got the Duras sisters.
Yeah, well. Duras sisters.
Jesus. Oh God.
Here we go.
Oh wow. Natural Light. I take it that's some kind of like cheap beer in the U.S.
Yeah, it's about the cheap. It's one of the cheapest,
Yeah.
crappiest beers you can get. But he
Okay.
still loves it. I'm kidding, Mike. I wouldn't.
Well, there you go. The Duras
like anything
sisters
that
will
crap.
appreciate this ship.
Good God, that's commitment to building something.
1 second, guys. I got to take a call.
Wash your hands, Donald.
One of my
Die
favourite
before you were
ships.
captured.
So, this wasn't, well, isn't Federation, but they did use it in Star Trek Voyage Home, so kind of.
Yeah. Sort of. The USS Bounty. Or SS Bounty, whatever they call it. Actually, hang on, and I'll pull up a picture of an actual ship.
Jesus,
Original
Busey.
Enterprise deserves nothing less than Wild Turkey 101. Yep, that's what we did.
Let's get rid of the natty prize.
I don't know. Busey sends me stuff all the time, and I don't know where he finds this shit, but it's funny as hell.
Noise.
This book changed
Hang on,
my
I'll-
life.
Give me a second to fix this.
Oh, yes, I know what you got right there.
Yeah, I just realized part of the name is visible, so Ken already knows what class this is.
What is that?
I'm fixing it. Give me a second.
You'll see.
There you go. Oberth class.
Yep.
Fuck that.
Yep.
I've just never ever been a fan of this design. It's just.
It looks like a bird.
Let me see if I can find a better image.
It looks like a bird. It
They're
looks like the
weird
beak.
as AF.
It's got a beak down below. Mouth is open.
Hang on a second.
Wings.
We like an actual.
Currently flying the D5 Kronos 8. Nice. I mean, one ship I was gonna add the Excelsior.
Oh, the Enterprise B?
Yeah,
or even Enterprise B. Yeah.
So when you get onto that, Chief, bring up an Enterprise B.
Yeah, that's just a weird design that they came up with.
It looks
there.
like a
Yeah,
science vessel.
Yeah, it is a science
It
vessel.
is a science vessel. Yeah.
And yeah,
what
it's
was it
just
called?
ugly. The Oberth class.
Right, and that was
Just
a U.S.
That ship was
Wally's Star Trek crossover.
Yeah,
Oh, looks like an old-fashioned iron. Anyone got some wrinkled clothes?
what was the name of the ship in Star Trek 3? USS Grissom, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the topic of fugly starships.
Oh, now we've got Giorgio. Philip
Ooh.
and Giorgio's now watching
Oh wow.
from Discovery.
Oh
Show
yeah.
your character. Yeah.
Speaking of ugly ships, fuck that one too.
Nebula class, is it?
Ugh.
Yeah, never the class.
Yeah.
Every time I see that, all I think is someone saw the model for the Miranda class ship and went, "Hey, we can do that
Yeah.
too."
I was just going to say,
Yeah, we can crack one and just wax them the cells underneath, and sure we all good. Yeah.
It's just
G'day, Donna Pass.
ugly. All right,
Yep.
let me find the Enterprise B.
Yeah, find the Enterprise B. I didn't get time to slap that one in.
Yeah.
Gotta love an Excelsior.
Well, do you want the Enterprise B, or do you want the Excelsior? Because remember, they don't look quite the same.
Yeah, the Enterprise B was a modified Excelsior
it
class,
was.
wasn't it?
Modified Excelsior, yeah.
All right, hang on a second. Let's do the Enterprise B first.
Yeah, we'll do the B since,
Actually,
you know, we did all of the... Hey, glue machlach, jadvam, kapla.
Yep.
That's definitely not schlong. Am I right? I mean, I'm right. That's not schlong. Hey, what's up, Donner Pass Whiskey?
Highlight 2. Let's have a look at Enterprise B.
Accessing.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of the Excelsior class. And I mean, what other starship could you break by, loosening some bolts, giving them to Captain Kirk, right?
Scotty.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they were a beast of a ship. Super powerful.
Second here.
Yep, for that time frame, yeah.
Hell yeah. This schlong you speak of, it's repulsive. Highlight 2.
Hang on a second. Don't unhighlight me yet. I'm doing something.
Oh, we went to yellow alert.
Highlight 2.
Accessing.
1 second here.
Computer, on screen.
Affirmative.
Come on, you pin the button. This image is just too bloody long.
So with the Excelsior, I definitely have to give it a 1 litre bottle of something, so I'll probably go and big, powerful. Anyways, pretty.
If I can find a better
I'll
image.
give it I'm going Farkless 105, 1 litre.
Okay. I think for me, Excelsior, because it's one of the classic designs of Star Trek. It's got to be a Diageo Classic Malt. So I'm gonna go Kleinlish 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big belly of Data. Data saying, what's with the big belly? They certainly had a big old belly.
Yeah.
Looks like a camera. Is that a drone?
What? What's a drone?
Looks like a drone with the camera under it.
That's
Like,
the
I'm
Deflector dish.
taking pictures of space.
I mean, the deflector dish. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's the camera.
That's the deflector dish there.
That's Uncle Sam keeping an eye on us right there.
There you go.
Yep.
There she is.
So now you have the Enterprise B on the left, and you have the USS Excelsior and the NX-2000 on the right.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, there were some slight differences, and for the record, the modifications that they made to that model ruined that model. They couldn't undo them.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I mean, I always liked seeing the Excelsior in Star Trek 6. Again, I'm a big fan of the aesthetics of that film.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm choosing between these two, I think I'm going with the Excelsior. I don't hate the Enterprise B, but the modifications were kind of weird.
Looks like the industrialized automatic air freshener in public restrooms.
Public restrooms. I want to try some rituals. What's
that sound?
The Duras sisters. The human in the bottom right is needed for making ritual.
Making ritual.
His wife might have an issue with that.
Oh man!
Oh my god! So we had one of those with those air fresheners that like they every 15 minutes or whatever they push the little lever to spray air fresheners in the house.
Yep.
And it was empty, and so my wife kept hearing it. It was like up in this like high window that we have, and my wife keeps hearing it. And she's like, "We've got mice." She calls a freaking exterminator. They're like, "We don't see any signs of mice up there." And then she's like, "Did you hear that?" And I was like, "I heard the air freshener. What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Oh my god. I just spent $150 for the freaking exterminator to come and check out our house, and it turned out it was an empty air freshener."
Oh boy. That sucks.
I'm like,
I
you didn't go look?
Accessing.
The thought of mice in your house is pretty creepy, though, I gotta say.
I don't have to worry about that problem.
So out of all those ships, including the Enterprise B and Excelsior, which one do you like the best, and which one would you want to serve on?
The Defiant. Same answer.
Okay. I don't know. I'd probably want to serve on an Excelsior class just because they were like the first big deep space ships, and they were probably the most prestigious posting at the time, right? Very like
They were.
yeah. So I think I would like to serve aboard an Excelsior class.
I know several people that got a DUI on base, and they would have been stuck on the Defiant with me.
I mean, trying to pick a favorite ship is almost impossible.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, Captain, can you pronounce that Klingon in chat?
My Klingon is very rusty, and I have no idea what that is.
yeah.
Red alert.
I do actually have the Klingon dictionary and the human guide to what's it? It's another book that he wrote.
You think Google Translator works for that?
You know what?
Yeah, there is a Google Translator.
I think there might be.
Is there really?
There is. And I follow a couple of Facebook groups where they actually teach and learn Klingon, but I just haven't got around to learning it. Oh, God. So much time trying to learn.
Part of me wants to serve on the original Enterprise because, I mean, come on, it's the original Enterprise. The ship that started all. On the other hand, knowing me, I'd want to be on the Galaxy class ship with all the perks and creature comforts and holodecks and forward.
Yeah, holodecks are definitely.
Fuck serving on something without a holodeck.
I think Borg keeps
you get
trying
more
to
pay when you serve on a battleship.
So apparently, that Klingon translates into a Klingon does not run away from his battles. So
No.
yeah, there is Klingon in Google Translate.
There is.
Red alert.
So yeah, I really like the Defiant, and I wouldn't mind serving on the Defiant, but
It was like it was designed for Disney,
I
but
also also like the Enterprise E, because it's a nice hybrid of she's a powerful ship, but she's got some nice comforts as well. So you got a bit of everything on the E.
Yeah. I could definitely see that.
I do feel like the Defiant, you might feel like you're on a submarine. That may not be comfortable.
You basically were.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean she was built for.
There were
purpose
no
and
creature
wasn't
comforts on
a
that
cruising
ship at all.
ship.
That was strictly a battleship. Period.
Yeah.
Except for the carpeting in the bridge.
Carpeting in the bridge.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Cisco apparently likes to walk around the bridge barefoot.
Yeah.
As long as there's no glass to break, barefoot's fine on the bridge.
That's yeah.
Nice.
Wouldn't carpeting be kind of messy for Odo?
Yeah, actually, good
Yeah.
point.
That's a good point. I mean, how's he gonna? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Odo gets back to his quarters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a shower in my bucket.
You're like, did I just step in part of Odo? Uh-oh. Right? It's all over the carpet. Oh, man.
Hey, when is the next season of the Orville supposed to drop on Hulu?
Very soon.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be like in the spring, and now we're fall, and it's still not here.
Yeah, it's soon. It hasn't come out yet, but they've finished, and because I just brought out a trailer for it. I think it's starting March 2022, if I remember correctly.
Oh, really? Jesus.
I could be wrong on that.
It's
Yep.
been 3 years.
March 10th, 2022.
Oh, it is? Okay, there you
And
go.
is this the last
Right.
season? I heard it may be the last season.
No. They're supposedly they're because it's so popular, they're going to be doing another one, but it hasn't been confirmed yet.
Oh, okay, yeah, because Seth
MacFarlane.
MacFarlane said he doesn't feel like doing another one or something like that.
Not Klingon.
No. He wants to. He definitely wants to do more.
Oh, really? That's okay.
Yeah. No, that's a good show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending this tour of the Utopia Planitia shipyards. Please take all your personal belongings with you, and thank you for touring Starfleet.
You'd
Nice.
be a great flight attendant, Morris.
No, I wouldn't.
No.
You stay seated
I'll post
until
the
the
link
fasten
if anyone
seatbelt
wants
sign
to
is
hang out in the background for a while. I'm not going to open the pub tonight, but
I
will
think
hang
I
around
stepped
the
in Odo
background for a
once.
bit.
Took a year to get the smell out of the shoe.
Nice. All right.
Oh,
on
boy.
that note, humans are weak. Hey, I'm not human. I'm Klingon. So. Oh,
I forget what I am, but I'm not human either.
Klingon. No. I'm not human. I'm Klingon.
I only lived for 12 years. I'm fucked.
Peace out.
Peace out. On that note.
Catch everyone next time.
That's great.
Peace out.